Leaders are not just defined by their words. Leaders are defined by their works, dedication, and ethics. A few days from now, we are going to elect a new set of student council officers. Who among these aspirants will usher San Beda to fight for freedom and change? Who among these leaders will be the new future of the institution? Ladies and gentlemen, I am Carl Montesa, and this is the Bedan One-on-One. Joining us here today is Mr. Ezekiel Manuel B. Garcia, standard bearer of Sandy Keys Party. So, Mr. Garcia, how should I address you?
Zeke, you can call me by nickname Zeke.
Zeke. So, Zeke, are you nervous?
I'm doing fine.
So, I will start with my questions now.
Alright.
So, please give us your assessment of the previous council and how you plan to improve on them.
I think the student council headed by, as we all know, he was also a member of Sandigas Party, Mr. Ken Galang. I think I would give the student council an 8 out of 10, given that the past student council have been doing different activities, they have been doing different reforms in the council, and I think they have adapted to the changing needs of the Bedan community. Although I think that everything in this world, kailangan po talaga ng improvement. So I think there's still that lacking 2 points for improvement. But overall, I think the administration headed by Mr. Ken Galang did a pretty well job.
Alright, so what do you think is the edge of Mr. Ken Galang's administration compared to others, given that you rated his administration 8 out of 10? And what do you think are the lapses, if there's any, as you mentioned that he still needs improvement?
Yun nga po. So sinimulan ko siya na marami nga pong reforma na naganap sa administration ni Ken Galang. First is, during his time, under Ate Sherlyn Damian, nagkaroon ng revisions sa Code of Discipline, nagkaroon din tayo ng different activities such as yung sa hair policy, nagkaroon din tayo ng different activities like for example, nasimulan yung revision ng Constitution of the Student Council during the time of Ken Galang. However, I think that kapag po tayo pinalad, what we would like to do is that we would engage every Bedan. Kasi po at the end of the day, it is the Student Council's position to represent each and every Bedan. So, I think yun po yung medyo nagkulang si Mr. Ken Galang in his administration. Student representation or, mas I say, hindi naman po siya walang talagang student representation. It's just that medyo, I think there's lacking, kulang po sa student engagement during the past administration.
So how do you think K-12 is going to affect San Beda? And how are you going to capitalize on the positive effects and mitigate the negative effects of it?
Nakita naman po natin, no, during the past few enrollments, nagde-decline po ang enrollment ng first year sa San Beda. And I think it is an additional challenge for the college, lalo na ngayon K-12. I don't think na marami ring enrollees coming in from the different high schools na mag-enroll dito sa San Beda. I think that siguro as the student council, malaki po ang nagagawang role ng council para i-promote ang San Beda. So from the student council's part, kailangan po i-engage natin yung every student na i-promote natin yung San Beda College so that sa darating pa po mga taon, makita natin na mag-increase yung ating enrollees since yun nga, the 2 years mawalan ng enrollee ng first year college dito sa San Beda. And I think it will be mitigated if we would promulgate activities or conduct activities or reforms for activities para lalo pang ma-invite yung ibang outsiders para mag-enroll dito sa San Beda.
So, give us a concrete action plan on how to address any and all grievances that the student body may have.
In our platforms, specifically our Secretary General, he has always said that one of his platforms is the Line Up. Sa Line Up po, magkakaroon po ng tab for grievances. Kasi minsan, ang mga bidista, nahihiyang magsabi ng grievances kasi hindi naman nila madaling malalapitan yung student council. So through this Line Up, masasabi ng every Bedan kung ano ba yung gusto nila at mas madali lang siya kasi lahat naman tayo, almost every Bedan has smartphones. So through this Line Up, masasabi ng bawat bidista yung mga grievances nila just through just one click. Pero hindi naman siya agad-agad na pagpasok natin sa konseho, meron na siyang line up. We would also have the student convocation and the student lounge para naman ang bawat bidista ay magkaroon ng mas malakas na boses at marinig siya agad ng student council.
So how do you plan to work with other SC members who are not part of your party?
I think that at the end of the day, kahit during the time of elections, di ba, magkakaiba po tayo na paniniwala. San Beda is, obviously, it is divided. Pero at the end of the day, after the elections, pare-pareho lang naman po tayo ng gusto. What we want is for the betterment of San Beda. So I think it must not be raised as a problem kahit na meron pong manalo from other parties and I would win as the president of the student council. It will never be a problem. It shouldn't be a problem faced by the student council.
So how would you address your working relationship with other members of political party?
I think they should be treated as equally. Parang hindi ko lang po kasi mag-get ang point kung bakit kailangan siya maging issue kung iba ka ng political party. Kasi tayo po ay pare-parehong bidista and what we want is for the betterment of San Beda. So I don't think that it should be addressed as an issue kung magkaiba tayo ng partido from them. It's just that we must work for a common goal and that is, I think, what every Bedan wants and what every Bedan deserves.
So tell us how you plan to address any criticism that you may encounter from anyone at any point during your administration.
I think Bedans really, they are very involved. So I think every criticism that each and every Bedan may raise against the student council, it must be taken constructively. Kasi po, hanggang may kritisismo tayo natatanggap, palagi nating masasabi na mayroong pang pagkukulang sa ating konseho. And I think that should be a guiding principle for the student council officers. Take the criticisms constructively and work on that para ma-improve po natin yung mga sinasabi nilang pagkukulong ng ating konseho. Iyan din po ay bahagi ng one of the core values of the San Vic's Party is humility. So kahit po may kritisismo na nanggagaling sa mga estudyante, kailangan pakinggan po natin yung mga hinaing nila kasi yun po yung nakikita nila. And at the end of the day, sila po ang dapat na nagpapatakbo sa kanilang konseho.
So convince us that you're not running for this post just to beef up your resume.
I don't think that I am running for this para lang mag-show off or to just beef up my resume. Kasi I have been always wanting to serve my fellow Bedans. Unang-una, bakit po ba ako tumakbo bilang Pangulo ng Konseho? I have been a scholar all my life in San Beda College and I think it is my time to give back to the Bedan community. Kasi po, wala po ako dito sa posisyong ito ngayon kung hindi po dahil sa mga Bedista.
Joining us here today is Mr. Joseph Marcos C. Bulot, Standard Bearer of Nationalist Youth and Progressive Democrat. Mr. Bulot, how should I address you?
Marco.
Alright, Marco. Marco, are you nervous?
Not really.
So, I'll now ask you questions.
Yes.
How do you think K-12 is going to affect San Beda? And how are you going to capitalize on the positive effects and mitigate the negative effects of it?
The K-12 system, it is actually the act of the government to align our academic institute, to align the calendar, also to align our academic curriculum to the academic curriculum of other ASEAN countries as we have this ASEAN integration last 2015. So I think it's a good thing for us na bakit hindi natin simulan ngayon? Kasi yes, may mga negative effects siya like maraming professors na mawawalan ng trabaho. And then kung gagawin yung K-12 here in San Beda, ang negative effect niya is that papaano natin ma-accommodate yung mga students na mag after senior. So, ang positive effect naman niya is that at least mas magiging prepared tayo sa ASEAN integration. And what are my solutions? We have this project, research. As student council, we will utilize the research and development. And it is to evaluate the operational system here in San Beda para mas makita natin kung ano yung mga problems and how are we going to solve it and provide recommendation at the end. And the researches that will be produced by this research committee will be subject for future policies.
So please give us your assessment of the previous council and how you plan to improve on them.
The previous council, I think there are limitations of the student council right now. Kasi it's the constitution itself, it's the structure of the student council. You're only 10 in the council and you're handling a big population in San Beda. For an organization, there are many officers and it's hard already to manage a department in professional organization, what more in the student council. So I think the problem is the structure of the officers of student council. Kaya minsan preoccupied na lang sila na nagiging organizer ng traditional activities, hindi na nila nagagawa yung role nila as policy-making body. So this year, yun yung gagawin ko. I will focus more on a student council as policy-making body, making policies that would support the rights of the student. Forward Magna Carta, amend the will continue to amend the constitution that has been started today in the current term right now.
So what is your assessment of the current student council?
The assessment I have is yun nga, okay naman sila. Yun nga lang talaga is that nalilimitahan sila ng oras kasi nga they are preoccupied by traditional activities.
You said that there are just 10 seats in the council. Are you implying that you're proposing of adding positions?
Yes. Actually, what they're doing right now is amending the constitution, right? It consists of, like LaSalle, they have the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. So I think yun yung gagawin ko. Although may mga loopholes, yun yung gagawin namin this term, to amend the constitution and tingnan yung mga loopholes para ma-ratify din siya by the second sem, by the end of the term.
Give us a concrete action plan on how to address any and all grievances that the student body may have, and how about the action plans on how to make the students involved and aware regarding these matters?
Action plan on the grievances is that we will utilize the batch council. We will utilize more student assemblies. We will utilize a more admin-student dialogue para mas ma-cover up natin yung mga grievances ng mga students. And also, we will continue the transparent lobbying kung kailangan i-document per student admin dialogue and per meeting, kahit ipatarpaulin natin just to sensationalize the issue of grievances para naman mas ma-pressure ang administrators natin na may gawin sila dun sa mga grievances ng students. At the same time, what again the other question?
How about the action plans on how to make the students involved and aware regarding these matters?
To make the students involved, just involve them in especially the student organization circle, we will involve them in the decision making of the student council. So yun nga, student assembly, and then we will also give them transparency, like in the budgetary decision, we will involve them, we will give them the breakdown, everything. Yeah.
How do you plan to work with other SC members who are not part of your party?
Well, I believe that the party's principle is not about occupying seats in the council. It's about San Beda. We all have this end goal that to have a better San Beda. So I believe that our party has trained us to become dynamic, to become professional, and to go along with people who aren't part of the party. And as a student council naman, you have to set aside the political party. You have to set aside giving honor to the political party. It's about San Beda. So I think the goal is just to set goal for the student council na this is for San Beda, not for the party.
Occupying the highest seat in the council.
No, occupying seats.
Occupying seats in the council. So how will you settle differences and probably conflicts?
I think if I won and then diverse kami, siguro we will go to the bottom of it. We will go to the problem identification. And kami mismo as a student council, we will set our own vision as a student council. Kasi I believe that other political parties have set vision for each other, pero eto as a student council na.
So tell us how you plan to address any criticism that you may encounter from anyone at any point during your administration.
Well, I think handling criticism of Bedans to our council, if
Yes.
ever.
Especially for you.
Well, we will take it as a positive and constructive criticism. And then we will isasala namin.
Joining us here today is Mr. Theodore Ray Legaspi, standard bearer of ang Pagbabagong Mithi Party. So Mr. Legaspi, how should I address you?
Theo.
Oh yeah, all right, Theo. So Theo, I'll now start with the questions. Give us a concrete action plan on how to address any and all grievances that the student body may have. How about action plans on how to make the students involved and aware regarding these matters?
First, ang unang gagawin namin sa pag naupo kami sa position ay i-restructure namin yung student council. Kung saan magkakaroon tayo ng judiciary body para kung saan dito yung ma-handle lahat ng mga grievances ng mga students. May autonomous na body na mag-handle talaga ito. And yung aming, para naman malaman ng bawat estudyante, ito naman yung nasa plataforma ng aming section na kasama lahat ng bedista sa alam nila yung proseso, alam nila kung kailan, alam nila kung saan mangyayari ang bawat hearing na mangyayari. So, mga issues na to.
Assuming that you will be seated as the president of the student council, the current student council is on the process of revising and amending the constitution. Are you in favor of continuing it or are you going to start from scratch?
I'm in favor of continuing it kasi alam ko naman na kasama na rin sa mga ginagawa nila ngayon ay yung pag-divide ng mga ng student council sa tatlong branches, yung executive, judiciary, and legislative.
If it will be divided by the current student council, then what will your council do to make it better?
Yung structure kasi, ito na yung pinaka-foundation namin para ma-implement lahat ng mga susunod pa naming mga platforms. Ito yung pinaka-foundation, ito yung kailangan namin para magkaroon kami ng matibay na laban para sa...
Please give us your assessment of the previous council and how you plan to improve on them.
Yung previous council, nakikita ko kasi problema, it's more on activity-based rather than ang dapat focus ng isang student council is to represent the students. Yun talaga yung nakikita kong pagkukulang ng previous council.
So what is your assessment of the previous council?
The previous council, okay naman siya in terms of managing all the activities na nangyari sa span ng kanilang term. Pero yun nga, let's call it average kasi kulang pa rin talaga ng student representation and yung Magna Carta hindi pa rin talaga siya napapasa. Siya yung pinaka-foundation talaga ng bawat right ng ating mga students sa San Diego.
Aside from the Magna Carta, when you say student representation, you mean what?
Student representation dapat well-represented kada course. Kasama din dito sa aming project. Ang nakikita namin structure ng student council, tatanggalin namin yung batch reps at papalitan namin ito ng course representatives. Kasi ang batch reps ngayon masyadong malawak yung scope na hawak nila eh. So, ang gagawin namin, kasama sa executive board ang course reps, then under them, nandun yung mga batch reps for every courses. Para lahat ng concerns nila nagpa-funnel papunta sa course reps, then yung course reps siya yung naglo-lobby sa executive.
How do you think K-12 is going to affect San Beda, and how are you going to capitalize on the positive effects and mitigate the negative effects of it?
Sa ngayon, yung K-12 kasi mga apektuhan, like magkakaroon tayo ng first year students sa 2018 pa. So, malaking effect niya in terms of number of students. So marami tayong pondo na mawawala and marami ding activities na hindi na natin mai-implement na gaya ng dati, kagaya ng integration kasi sobrang limited ng students. So malilimit talaga kung paano natin isasagawa. Hindi na parang yung traditional na way ng ating pag-implement ng mga activities.
So how would you capitalize on it, on the decline of number of enrollees?
So yung sa traditional activities nga, magkakaroon tayo mag-open up ito sa maraming opportunities sa mga activities like advocacy-based committees. Mas madali natin mapapasok yung advocacy-based committees kasi like mga advocacy-based na projects natin, pwede tayo magpasok ng mga advocacies inside San Beda or pwede natin dalhin yung San Beda outside to the advocacies. Doon ko makakapitalize by yung funds na matitipid natin gamit dahil doon sa mga activities na hindi na ganun ka-extravagant yung mga activities.
But you mean by advocacies, what are these?
Social causes, like nakikita natin, nasa very strategic ng position natin sa Menjola. Tayo yung pinakamalapit sa Malacanang. Tayo yung parang tayo middleman sa yung mga nagrarally, lahat ng mga pinagsisigawan yung mga karapatan nila. And alam niyo na tayo yung unang nakakarinig bago yung Malacanang. Kasi sobrang lapit natin, and yet sobrang tahimik natin bilang mga bilista na wala tayong ginagawa. Never natin in-engage kung ano ba talaga ang mga pinaglalaban nila, and parang wala tayong initiative to engage the people outside and their social causes.
How do you plan to work with other SC members who are not part of your party?
As a party, we believe in solidarity, where we have the same goal, pero we have different ways of achieving it. And alam ko naman, we have the same goal of a better San Beda. And I think na lahat naman ng gagawin namin, it's towards that goal.
Convince us that you're not running for this post just to beef up your resume.
Kasi di rin ang position, siya yung pinakamababang form of leadership. Hindi ko naman talaga hinahangad yung position ng president before.
Right?
Actually, willing akong tumakbo as batch representative under Midhi. But nag-undergo ako ng the same process ng screening, ng lahat ng candidates na pinag-adaanan siya, the same process of screening. Pero, yun, pag-desisyonan namin na it's the best thing to run as president. And yung presidency naman, it's more on influence yung gusto ko. Hindi yung position lang talaga. I want to make changes kahit hindi ako kasama dun sa...
Who among these aspirants will lead San Beda to fight for freedom and change? The Bedans are the ones to dictate. The future of this institution does not rest upon the candidates, but on you. This has been the Bedan One-on-One. I am Carl Montesa. Good day.